Hello everybody and welcome to Low Country Volkswagen. My name's Chad and today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the 2018 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL. Stay tuned over the next few minutes. We're going to have a great time checking out the features and options that the Volkswagen Tiguan offers for you and your family. So one thing that's so important to most people when buying a vehicle is fuel economy. This car gets, with the 2.0 liter turbo, 27 mile per gallon on the highway, 22 in the city for an average combined of 24 mile per gallon. That is really good. The turbo engine feels great. Now you may be wondering also, some of y'all guys out there that like horsepower, how much horsepower does a 2.0 liter turbo offer in the Volkswagen Tiguan? Well, here's the rating. Now, if you're wondering what the torque is, here's that. You know, the torque and the horsepower are very important to driving this vehicle on the highway. The torque is going to give you that oomph when coming out of the stoplight or at the gas station pulling out onto the highway, or even just driving in general from a stop-to-go type situation. That's what torque does. It pushes you up and out there and gets you out of harm's way. The horsepower, if you're on the interstate driving and let's say you're rolling at 45 miles per hour and it's time to push up to 60 miles an hour, mash the gas down and all that horsepower comes into action. So a beautiful combination between the two. It is a front-wheel drive vehicle, but it does come available with 4Motion all-wheel drive if you need it. Now you may be wondering, what size rims do you have? What kind of tires do you have on this particular Tiguan back here? First off, those 18-inch wheels are wrapped in Pirelli tires. They're a 235/65 series tire. So it's a nice looking tire there and a beautiful alloy wheel. You got that going on. Another nice thing about the Tiguan is ground clearance. It's just about 7.5, almost 8 inches up off the ground. So a perfect height for cruising around in the city. Maybe you get in the gravel a little bit at the beach, whatever's going on. The Tiguan is just the perfect vehicle for just about anywhere in the United States of America. Now up on the roof of the Tiguan, this particular SEL comes equipped with a panoramic glass sunroof. Some people like to call it the pano sunroof or dual sunroof. Basically, to me, it's a massive moon or sunroof that stretches back to the back row seats. People in the front, people in the back can enjoy the gorgeous Carolina skies here in the Low Country. So most people nowadays in 2018, they want remote start with their vehicle, right? That's one thing people just absolutely love having. Well, on this particular one, you got remote start. Let's go ahead and crank it up right now. What you want to do with your key here is go ahead and lock the vehicle, then hit this 2 times. Lock the vehicle 2 times. All right, now the Tiguan's cranked up. Now that's a great feature in the winter or the summer, right? Well, why is that, Chad? Why is this such a great feature? I'll tell you one reason why. I have kids, and let me tell you, as soon as I had kids and I was a car reviewer, things started to change inside of my brain, and I thought, I'm learning a lot more about vehicles now that I have kids. In the morning time when taking them off to school, in the winter or summer, go ahead and crank it up, cool the car off, warm it up, whatnot. So that's a nice feature to have. Now, what other features do you have that are cool little tech features, right? Well, here's another one. You do have right here the power tailgate feature. Hit the button, opens that puppy right on up. Get all your gear in like I have here today with all my camera equipment and whatnot. You got a lot of room in the back of that Tiguan, believe it or not. Yeah, right. So I'm trying to kick my foot under there to open up the rear tailgate. Here's a little thing, folks. You got to go up to the SEL premium package to get that feature. But hey, once you move up to the premium package, a lot of things open up, and I'll talk about some of that here shortly. Well, as you can see, we got a lot of room back in the Tiguan, right? I mean, technically I could drop down the back and sit back here on a ride, but that probably wouldn't be the safest. Now you're gonna notice something right now, folks. I'm putting my feet right up on this bumper, right? Now in most cases, if I was putting my shoes right there on that back bumper, I would be mentally concerned that maybe I could be scratching the back bumper. But Volkswagen offers this really cool accessory to protect it right there from loading things in and out, or maybe your shoes or heels or whatnot. So anyways, let's take a closer look in the back of the trunk and really see how much room we have with the seat configurations. So as you can see back there right now, pretty decent amount of room. I mean, not bad at all. There is no third row seat in the back of this particular Tiguan here, but they do offer third row seats in a Tiguan. I think, again, you have to roll up to the SEL Premium for that, but it's a tight squeeze. But other than that, a lot of room. Back seats fold down for a 40-60 back seat split. Heck, I think you can even fold down the middle seat there if you really needed more room. And they do lay down flat. Let's take a closer look. So as you can see here, I got this seat folded down nice and flat. Solid plating in the back of that seat. I do think it's steel. And actually was incorrect just a minute ago. There actually is a third row seat right back there, even on the SEL. So maybe that's a standard option on your Tiguan to have third row seats. I like it. Let's go on the other side and take a look. All right, let's take a look here. See what we got going on. As you can see, really nice setup here. Now, the seat on that side, which is the passenger side, is technically the side you would do loading of people into the third rows, because in America here, the carpooling side is right over there when you pull up at a school or whatnot, okay? Again, we don't have right-hand drive vehicles in America. If so, that would be all happening from the driver's side of the vehicle. Or, in Europe, the passenger side of the vehicle. Anyways, we're kind of going backwards here. We're starting in the rear and working our way up to the front. I hope you're enjoying the reviews so far with us today, whether you're watching on Low Country Volkswagen Facebook or if you're watching here with us on YouTube. A lot of storage space in the back, as you can see, cubby hole compartments. You got component sets, you got a mid speaker here, and then right there you have your tweeter, which is a really nice little extra add-on there. Fit and finish is great. You got your stainless steel handles and they add steel there. Does the back window technically roll all the way down? Let's have a look. Well, looks like the child protection is on back here, so we'll have to fix that in a minute. Up top here though, you do have coat hangers here, right there, and a spot to hang things there. A handle to grab a hold to if you're going too fast around corners, and Grandma's back here holding on for dear life. And then right here you do have your interior LED lighting as well. So a lot of great little extras. Then that massive panoramic glass sunroof we spoke about earlier that stretches all the way back. If you do bump up to the premium package SEL, you actually get ambient lighting that rolls around right through here that looks absolutely amazing at nighttime. We'll definitely have to do a night review here in the near future. In the back of the seats, you have spots to throw your iPads and tablets on both sides, rear air to keep everybody cool or warm, USB port and 12 volt, and another little spot to kind of maybe throw something in there. Does the vehicle come with the rear armrest? Of course it does. Right there. Cup holders are in the middle. Right there. So very nice. Headrests, all that good stuff. Pretty comfortable. And before we go to the front, let's just take a quick look at legroom and headroom. As you can see, plenty of legroom for a man that's 6 foot tall. Let's take a look at headroom. And a very decent amount of headroom as well. I'm having fun. Now the Tiguan's running right now. That 2.0 liter just started quieting down for us, right? There's a feature on this vehicle where if you come to a stop at a light or a stop sign, the motor actually will shut itself off to save on fuel consumption. And once you tap on the gas, just barely, the engine goes boom, 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 and cranks right back up. A lot of people nowadays that are driving vehicles 2017 and up already have that feature on their car, but it is a great feature. And if you don't like that particular feature, I do believe there's a way to cut it off if it's just something you don't want to be dealing with on a daily basis while driving your Volkswagen. Now, while we're up here at the front, before we go take a look at the front seats, we do have our beautiful headlights that the Volkswagen Tiguan offers us. Now, you will get LED front headlighting on the Tiguan, but once again, you'll have to bump up to the SEL Premium. It really kind of makes sense, right? If you want to get every feature possible, you'll have to buy the fully loaded vehicle. Here's a little fun fact though, for 2019 Volkswagen Jettas, LED lighting comes standard on even the S model. So all vehicles standard on the Jetta, all Jettas standard with LED lighting. Maybe that'll be something that comes in the future for the Tiguan as well, I hope. But anyways, you do have your daytime running light right there on the bottom, which you can't necessarily see right at this particular moment. Then you have fog lights down there, high beams here, and low beams there. Now, here's another thing, folks, I'll tell you. In 2017, I had the pleasure of driving a Volkswagen Tiguan just about every day of the week. I mean, I could switch out in between Volkswagens whenever I wanted, and I drove them. I learned all about them. I tested them out with my family. My wife drove these vehicles, and I told my wife, I said, honey, if you could own any Volkswagen right now, she has driven the Passat, the Jetta, the Tiguan, the Atlas. I mean, she's driven the Beetle. If you could have any right now, which one would it be? She said, Chad, I'm in love with the Tiguan. I say, why do you like the Tiguan so much? Why don't you like the Atlas like I possibly may like? She said, Chad, the Atlas is just too big. I don't need that much room. Even though we have 2 children in elementary school, we just don't need that much room. And she said the hood is so big on the front, she's like, it's hard to see over, right? So this, for my wife, was her top pick with Volkswagen. I respect that. And guys, if you got a wife out there and you want the Atlas and she wants the Tiguan, just buy what she wants. Make your life a lot easier. Take my word on it. All right, let's go ahead and hop in the vehicle in the cockpit here. You know, I like to call it the cockpit, kind of like an F-16 fighter jet in a sense. But before we do, let's take a look at our door panel. Of course, power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. There's your power tailgate feature for the rear. And a feature that I really love is that you have auto up-down one-touch clicks here on every window on the car. Earlier we had that on, so we'll have to cut that off. You also do have heated mirrors as well and blind spot monitoring system built into the mirrors. So if someone's in your blind spot while driving, you'll see a little light indicator come on and say, hey, don't get over, there's somebody in your blind spot. Now here's the seats, right? This particular vehicle has leatherette. It's close to leather. Some say it's even better than leather and it's easier to keep clean. But the leatherette seats look great. I love the ebony color. The black looks good with the light gray stitching. It's also perforated with the holes in it, lets it breathe and stay cooler. And then you also do have heated seats on driver passenger side. You have how many different directions do the power seats go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-way there, and then you have your lumbar support. So technically 10 different power options on your driver's seat. Passenger seat over there is manual. Again, SEL Premium is the way to go to get power seat on both driver and passenger side. Let's hop in, take a look around, see what we got going on. Go ahead and close her up. Now another thing I'm noticing here is when getting inside the Tiguan, it's fairly quiet. It really is. Let's go ahead and close this sunroof because it definitely is getting a bit hot with that sunroof and the sun baking down on us here. Okay, closes pretty quickly. And if that's not enough shade, because there is tint on that window, you'll want to hit this button here and go ahead and close the shade up top. As you can see, it's not going to completely darken up everything. It's kind of got a little bit of a translucent type, felt material on there. You can't see out, but it does still let a little bit of sun in, which is fine, okay? Makes it kind of feel still a little bit more open in here. Now, one thing I'm not a fan of with the Tiguan is that they don't give you sunglass holders here. I don't know why the spot is there for them, but I guess the electronics for everything here is under there. But you don't have sunglass holders, but you do have a spot there, but that probably would bake your sunglasses on a hot summer day here in the Carolinas. Now, your steering wheel, of course, is leather wrapped. Feels good. Volume on the left, cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and all those cool features. Then your phone system, voice command, and changing the channels on the radio, everything at a fingertip touch. There is your tachometer and speedometer there with a multi-information display screen through the middle. Sometimes I don't go over that, but I'll run through it real quickly here. Just kind of click around on these buttons and hopefully we'll get something on the screen. Well, there you go. So all that goes right through there. You can hook up your Android or Apple device. I think they call it Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It's all available right here on the Tiguan. Our Mazda CX-5, which is one of the main competitors of the Volkswagen Tiguan, I promise you folks, they don't offer Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and a lot of people online have complained about that, and they're buying Volkswagens over Mazdas, which is great for us. All right, anyways, let's keep moving through, right? Why isn't anything on the screen right now? Well, that's because we have to cut it on. So let's hit that button there and light that screen up. Now you'll see here, somebody's obviously been inside this car playing around a little bit, but check that out. It's given us some pricing information for gas. Check it out, Circle K, Exxon, Sunoco, all that. That's really cool, isn't it? It sure is. But it is touch screen up here. So just by clicking, let's say media, we can pull up a device if you wanted to connect your mobile device, but you can also run AM, FM, CD player and all that right through here. Does it have a CD player? Well, actually it doesn't. CDs are obsolete, folks, just remember that. It's USB ports or auxiliaries right down there. So that answers that question for some folks that seem to want to use CDs in 2018. But anyways, to each his own. Hit the menu button though. This will bring up all your apps and different things that are going on with the car, navigation here. There you go. What a absolutely gorgeous nav screen. The colors are bright and vibrant. That all looks really good. Touch screen like I'm showing you, pinch it just like on your phone to pull it out and in and all that and see exactly where we are. We're in the beautiful area of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. So there's a lot more in here if you need to go over it, and it even gives you your speed limit as well. A lot of great features though inside of there. It does have a backup camera. Just put it in reverse and there is your camera display. Now once again, I'll tell you, if you bump up to the SEL Premium, you do have more camera angles, and you can have the Volkswagen's LCD screen all through here. I think they call it like the digital cockpit, and you can actually roll your navigation right through the screen right there. Another great feature, and we'll definitely go over that when we get an SEL Premium in stock. We just sold one a few days ago. So anyways, all looking great, right? Heated seats, driver passenger side, dual climate control to change the temperatures, all that's right down here. Start stop engine button, electronic park brake. I love how Volkswagen still has a shifter here with a nice leather boot, not any kind of dials or anything like that. Nothing here on the column other than your windshield wipers and turn signals. Lights are there, okay? Enough room for a bottle of water. There's your armrest. There's more cubby hole spot down there as well. All right, everybody, we're getting closer to the end of the video. So if you hanged in here this long, you should win an award. You've done a great job. That tells me that you are absolutely positively interested in buying a Volkswagen Tiguan from our friends here at Low Country. So anyways, thank you for that. Now, last but not least, we like to check out the headroom. Well, as you can see, a guy that's 6'1", 215 pounds. I got the dad bod going on. We're good on the headroom. We are good on the leg room. So this is all great. I'm loving the Tiguan. You do got a glove box here, pretty deep. And actually, I thought there wasn't a CD player earlier. I thought wrong. Volkswagen has incorporated it into the glove box area and even has SD card slot 1, SD card slot 2. How about it? This is all really cool. Volkswagen just always seems to wow me with their features. Now, if you want a upgraded stereo system by the great guitar brand Fender, I think they make guitars, or maybe Fender makes amps and stereo equipment for guitars. But anyways, you can get a premium package on the SEL with a Fender stereo system. I can promise you one thing, folks. You can listen to a little David Bowie, or maybe Lil Wayne, or I don't know, whatever you like to listen to, Metallica, whatever it is. If you got the Fender stereo system in here, you are jamming out, and you'll definitely feel your heartbeat. All right, that's the interior in a nutshell on the Tiguan. It's comfortable, it looks great. Last but not least, I mentioned earlier about driving Volkswagens every day of the week in 2017. That was literally the truth. We drove Volkswagens and Mazdas all day long. Volkswagen always seemed to come out on top with my family, and I can only assume it would as well for you. One last thing about my wife, you know, while we drove these Volkswagens every day and learned about the cars and the kids fell in love with them and everything else, at nighttime I would also have my wife get in the car and cruise through the neighborhood to see how she liked the exterior lighting. Here's the thing. She said, Chad, again, if I get a Tiguan, it's got to be the SEL Premium. I said, well, why is that? Well, first, it comes with all the great features. There's nothing wrong with the SEL, but those LED front lights up there were so bright. I was almost kind of like wanting to turn them off while cruising through the neighborhood because they were so bright on people's houses. So they're great. The LED front lighting is phenomenal with Volkswagen. And we have Audi, the R8 Audi, to thank for that. Thank you, Audi R8, all the way back in like 2010, I think it was, or 2012. They were the first car to come out with LED lighting for the daytime running lights and all that cool stuff on their car, and it's been a pinnacle in the automotive industry since. You'll notice all the other car brands are starting to already have LED lighting on their cars. All right, let's go ahead and close this video out. As always, friends and family and anyone watching right now online, I will advise you to do business with my friends here at Low Country Volkswagen in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. You know, I've been in the automotive industry now right here in Charleston since 1999. So my career's been a long time. I'm 37 years old now. I've worked with just about every dealership here in Charleston. Here's what I want to tell you folks, and this is no lie. This dealership here has been the most sincere, the most caring, and the most respectful and professional to me and to their customers that I've ever seen. Right now, they have the highest Google review rating that I can find with car dealerships in Charleston. They just hit 4.6 stars. That is amazing. Low Country Volkswagen, that's what it's all about. They take care of their customers, they take care of their employees, and people like myself that work out here for a living in this marketplace. So, as usual, come see them, visit them online at lowcountryvw.com, go on Facebook, push a like button there. If you enjoy watching car videos, you're gonna see a lot more from me right here with Low Country Volkswagen. So go ahead today, hit the like button and stay connected with us. We'll see you soon.